did it, everyone. We made it. We are almost there. It is almost time for Survivor 50. Whoa.
Yay!
Wow.
Crazy.
Yay.
Crazy times. But welcome to Survivor 50 coverage here at the Cup TV, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality. And you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy. Say something gay. I can barely move in this lovely jacket that I'm wearing today. And I'm just excited to be here, and I'm ready to fight. I'm fighting.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. Hola, I am Eduardo, the Mexican representative of this podcast. I am here to talk shit and get hit. And today I am ready to fight. I am ready to fight for my life, for the people that I want in my draft.
Fight for your life!
Fight for your lives!
Wrong channel, but fight for your life!
Yeah.
And hi, everybody. I'm Brook. I'm passionate about pop culture. I am a Sir Refield stan account. I'm an Aubrey Baracco stan account. I'm a Genevieve Mushaluk fan stan account. Rick Devens is okay, I suppose.
So you're giving away all your picks.
No. I've only want one of them, actually. But we'll see.
Let's see. And hello, everyone. It is your girl, Lana, your resident Evo Diva. And I'm here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. And yeah, sure, let's fight. Let's do all the things. Let's do that. Get your cup mug while you're at it because you're going to need something to drink while you're doing it. Notice how we don't have a panel full of cup mugs but we do ship internationally and domestically. Wonder
Lewis.
why.
There are no excuses.
Because there are no excuses why you shouldn't get your cup mug. There is a QR code right there on the right of the screen right there. And if you scan it, it'll take you right to the shop and you can get your cup mug, favorite the shop, send me a message saying you'd like it, and then, duh. Because we do ship internationally and domestically, so there are no excuses. Lewis.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Lewis.
Hi. I'm Lewis. I am the British representative of this podcast. I'm here to talk smack and get whacked. No, I'm very excited for this. The fucking promo drive for this season is crazy.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a season of anything that has this much hype behind it. I love it.
I mean, it's Survivor 50.
50?
What can you say?
Not a lot of people get to 50.
No.
Is this the first reality show to make it to 50 seasons, I think?
I think so.
I would like
That's
to see
very
it.
likely.
In the US, at least, I think.
Yeah.
I know the challenge is on 42. So
Yeah.
that's like the only other thing that I think could come close.
Amazing Race is at 39.
39, yeah.
The
Like,
Bachelor
is 28 now? About to be 28?
Yeah, Bachelor is up in like the 36s, I think.
I'm assuming this is combining Bachelor, Bachelorette, and
Bachelorette. All Bachelor shows I would put under the
No,
one
I mean
umbrella.
they're separate franchises, so they would be separate. And the Bachelor itself, I think, is at like 30 something.
That seems bad.
And nothing lasts long in the UK, so like
Yeah,
we have nothing.
so-
We have nothing that's anywhere near 50 over here.
Regardless, it is Survivor 50. We are here talking about it, and we are here to draft and talk about these 24 contestants of various seasons, origins, and love and hatred, and all across the board. And we are going to get into it all. But before we do, make sure to subscribe if you've not already, because we're here almost all the time giving you almost all things competitive reality TV. And going into next week, we've got a lot more competitive reality TV to talk about.
Ooh, do we ever?
Because not only is Survivor 50 starting, but we've also got Australian Survivor Redemption starting and House of Villains Season 3. If you have not checked out our cast assessment for Australian Survivor Redemption, make sure to go check that out. We did basically the exact same draft analysis video that we're doing here for Survivor 50 over there. So make sure to check that out. We talked about all 24 of the castaways for that season. Some returners, a lot of fresh faces. So make sure to check that out. We've got plenty of coverage ongoing. We are wrapping up Traders US. We've got Fear Factor, House of Fear going on. We've got Project Runway, America's Next Top Model. We've got a lot of content going on. It's going to be practically daily starting next week. So make sure you are subscribed. You hit the notification bell so you know when we're putting out all of our content here. And make sure to check out everything we have going on the Cup Network. All of our links are down in the description below. We will be live after every single episode of Survivor 50 talking about Survivor 50. We may have some extra content week to week. We're figuring out what we're doing right now for Survivor 50. So definitely hit the notification bell because we've got some fun stuff going on. Make sure to follow us on our socials at The Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. And if you want to follow all of us, our links are down below too. And go check us out. So, yeah. But it is time to draft. Ooh, draft.
Yay.
So,
Jazz hands.
you may notice that there are 5 of us here today. There were supposed to be 6, but unfortunately, New York and New Jersey decided to have a blizzard.
We love you, Jack.
And therefore, our dear sweet flop, Jack, does not have a great connection. And as such, is not here today, but I will be drafting in their stead. So there are 6 of us drafting in this draft, which means we will each get 4 picks in a standard snake draft format. If you don't know what that is, you're probably watching a reality TV draft for the first time.
Because then we go out and back in. And then we go out and back in.
You'll understand it if you don't pretty easily. So, with that being said, we are also going to figure out and determine the order for this draft via our favorite method for drafting.
We're throwing rocks.
Dun, dun, dun.
No.
The wheel.
The wheel.
Wheel of Survivor.
Wheel.
Do you still have that sound clip from when you used to host the wheel?
What's that?
Do you still have that sound clip from when you used to host the wheel?
But probably. I mean, I on my old laptop maybe.
And
That is time soon.
because I'm sadistic and because it's Survivor 50,
If you did it for 50 seconds,
50
I am
seconds.
leaving.
Yes.
let's go!
One time, you better change it after this joke.
I promise. It's only going to spend
5.0 seconds after this one spin.
Yeah, I think it's 5
No,
seconds.
I'm going to do it for like 15 seconds every other time.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay,
That makes
fine.
I'm about to say
That makes
50
sense. It's
seconds
still
is
going.
good.
Just
It's
for the
diabolical.
first time,
It hasn't
just for the
slowed down
first
at all
time.
yet.
Everybody
Oh, wait,
have a
there we go.
lovely
It's slowing down.
weekend.
It's
Everybody
like
have a
50
good
seconds is
time.
diabolical.
Just for the first one.
Oh, it
Oh,
better
man.
not. It better not. Oh, wait,
no.
wait. No, stay. Fuck you.
No.
Come on!
Of course.
You knew.
This feels rigged. This feels rigged.
Hey, I got last pick in the
Rigamortis.
Australian Survivor draft. I'll take this. Thank you.
Fine.
Okay.
Yay!
You see
I'll
the
take
only
it.
one cheering, whatever.
I mean, Loki, I don't want to go first. I
Just
kind of want to
kidding.
go somewhere in the middle.
I'm literally
So,
gonna get
like,
last pick. You're all welcome.
Yeah, you're right.
That's
Oh, you're
true.
getting stuck with
That's
him, aren't
true.
you?
I sure am. You're all welcome. Like,
Did you take the other Logan off the wheel?
I
Yeah, we have-
did.
I didn't. I
I'm
was
not-
sapping.
Yeah. I saw.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
good. You're good. I just didn't. And at the time before you spin, fix the
thank you.
time.
Yep. I'm
I'm
on
about to say,
it.
do not 50 seconds us.
It's 15.
All right.
Manageable.
What was season 15?
Oh, Jesus. What
I
happened?
love it here.
What happened?
We'll decide our diva.
There you
Our
go.
Shayla.
We'll decide. Can we get it together here?
Can we decide the
Thank
function?
you.
Can we
We'll
decide?
please.
Thank you. We'll decide.
Yay.
Yay.
Also, thank you all for noticing that I did the wheel in the tribe colors.
Yes.
Thanks.
Well, I mean, yes.
I did
Why
notice
else would
that.
we
I
use that
just
teal.
Whatever.
No worries,
Fuck my
no worries,
drag,
no
right?
worries.
It's always that. I don't know why you acting like it's brand new.
I know.
Oh, for God's sake.
And that's why it landed on Jack second.
I mean, because of course it's gonna land on the two white men first and second. Why not?
Right, exactly, Lana. Yeah, you tell
And
him.
I said what I
You tell
said.
him. You
And
tell
how
him.
dare you misgender us both at the same time?
Oh, what? Well, fine. Of course, it lands on the two non-binary white men, white people, white.
Thank
whatever.
you.
Y'all know who y'all are. You white.
Just like
That's the most
On Black
important part.
History
It ain't your
Month,
gender.
and
It's
Lana-
your ethnic. It's your race. You're white.
They did it on Black History
I can give a
Month, too.
crap about your gender.
Yeah.
We'll decide. Diva, what are we doing here today?
Diva, really? Seriously, get your life together. We'll
Diva.
decide. We got
We're
things to
struggling a little
do.
hard.
Right.
Diva,
We
are
got
you
things
okay?
to do. We'll decide.
Okay, thank you, Diva.
Thank you. Thank you,
We decided the
Diva.
function. Yay.
I
Thank
can't
you,
believe
thank
it's just landing
The
on
wheel-
all the white people.
Now, if it goes to lands on Brook and Lewis before me and Eduardo, we know something. I'm just saying,
we'll
we
know
know
something.
something.
Lana, I
It's
think-
landing on all the white people.
I think this
Well,
is
you
gonna.
jinxed it.
Yay!
Well, I'm
See?
safe.
Just
For now.
saying.
I don't know. This
I
feels
can't
racist.
believe-
This seems
I'm-
very.
I can't-
racist.
I can't
It
believe
feels
on Black
very-
History Month. I can't believe.
It's still
It feels
Black
very-
History Month. This is still in Black History Month. How dare-
Hello.
Feels
This-
even
And
better.
Women's Month is next. We can't catch a break around
How is
here.
this happening?
It's
Don't
gonna land
me.
on Brook, and
Please
I'm
don't
going
land
to
on
know
me. Please don't
something
land
up
on
in
me.
here.
Please land on Lana. Thank God.
Thank
There
God
we
it
go.
landed on
Thank
me.
God.
Thank
So
goodness,
I'm
because I was about to
safe
have a
today.
fit in
I
here.
am safe today, and that's all that matters to me.
We'll see if you're safe after your picks.
I mean, look, I don't get stuck with him. That's a win already.
Okay, yeah.
Who's
Yeah, I get
him?
We all know.
We all know.
Yeah.
You say that, but I.
I'm about to say,
Microaggression,
who's
Andy.
him?
Well,
Of course.
Sorry,
of course.
Eduardo.
Mid-color.
Damn. Damn.
But hey, you get you get 2 picks. That's
Right.
I guess.
not the woo, Lewis.
I guess.
Lewis said you get 2 picks. Woo.
If I do not get my request, I'll be so mad. Somehow.
All right. Well, Julie.
There we go.
Yep. And Jack is between the two of you.
Yep. If Jack were
I feel
here,
like- my picks are gonna probably be like, oh, okay, because I've only just started watching, so
Lewis is already briefing, like he's giving a
disclaimer.
disclaimer,
Yeah.
like, hey,
So,
if I
quick
pick
note,
somebody that's problematic, I don't know that they're problematic, so
So for the record, in about 2 seconds, when Angelina Keeley's face shows up, don't be surprised.
so
where we going, Logan?
so here's my here's my
Hey.
Words.
So I didn't want first pick, honestly, because it is a lot of pressure and there are a lot of people on the board.
Mm-hmm.
But here's where I'm at. I thought about the idea of if I got first pick, who would I want? Realistically speaking, like, and this is it's a tough draft. I want to win,
Of course.
and I'm looking at this table. I'm looking at all of these people, and I did some more research before this video today, and I genuinely think that there is one person on this season going in with a big question mark and a lot of people underestimating her.
Okay.
And she is here to win. I loved everything she said in her preseason press. I love the energy she's going into this season with. My first pick is Jenna Lewis.
Cool.
My first pick is Jenna Lewis.
Gag.
Gagatron.
Gag.
I'm not gagged. I'm not gagged.
And I'll tell you why.
That Logan would want her. Gagged that that
She's
Jenna
the
Lewis is
first.
pick number one.
The
That's what I love
first.
about. Before you explain Logan, I want to explain my headspace real quick.
Yeah.
This woman, out of everybody on the cast, she's not like near the bottom of my list. She's in my upper half of who I would want. But when I think about like the first pick,
yep,
she is not the first person that would pop in my head.
Yeah. I honestly, like, I agree with you. I don't think I went in today thinking if I had the first pick, I would pick Jenna Lewis. Honestly, there are a lot of people, like, I could have taken Sari, and I thought about it. I could have taken Angelina because she is my favorite on this cast. I went and looked at overall who going into preseason of this season, who were people not looking at? Who were people overall very excited to see on this season? And couple that with who is going in with an incredibly cutthroat mindset. Because that, in this expanded and also abbreviated version of Survivor, that is what you're going to need in order to succeed the most. And the person who's got that combination the best, in my opinion, from what I've seen from the preseason press, is Jenna Lewis Doherty. I think she has every single thing it takes to win this season of Survivor. And so I'm going with Jenna. I loved what she was saying. She had this in part of her RHAP preseason interview with Mike Bloom. One of the things that really impressed me the most about her is her talking about this idea of coming to everyone in this season and going to every single competitor and telling them something that they want to hear that no one else is going to tell them. And that being a big tenet of her strategy. And that is what flipped the switch for me about Jenna. And I have been so impressed with everything that she's been talking about in her preseason stuff. It had to be Jenna for me.
Cool.
Interesting.
I mean,
She's been eating up the preseason. Can't lie.
I mean, you're right. I don't think people are really looking at Jenna as a target right now, especially since it's been so long since the last time she's played, and the game has changed so much that like people are gonna be underestimating her. But at the same time, I do worry that the game would be so different that how easily she will be able to adapt. But either way, I'm excited to see Jenna because I think Jenna is messy, she's chaotic, and I am excited to see her no matter how well she does.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think she's a good choice. Good choice.
Yeah.
I love Jenna as a first round. I love that. That is not something I had penciled in, but I love it.
Crazy.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, let's see where Jack is going.
Jack. I love Jack's first pick. So Jack says that their first pick is a bit of an oddball first pick, but that this person is very good friends with a lot of the new era players, has really great connections, so they can easily travel between a lot of different alliances and groups of people. Insanely smart, very good at the game, could easily fall into a lot of different groups and power
see that
positions
as
very early on. This pick does not surprise me from Jack. Jack's first pick is Christian
Hubicki. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that happen.
You know
As soon
what
as
you were
mentioned
doing,
that-
Logan.
What?
You know what you were doing.
I'm reading verbatim what Jack sent me.
Well, then Jack knows what he was doing.
Yes, Jack does know what he was doing. I'm reading verbatim what
I would
Jack
hope
sent me.
to think that Jack knows what. Yeah.
I mean, sure, draft Hubicki.
I know. I think it's a solid pick.
I love this pick. Hubicki, I think it's interesting because you have like this is one of the trio groups from like there's 3 trio sets on this cast, and yet of all of them, seemingly somehow Christian Hubicki has the smallest target on his back, and that makes no sense to me at all. Everyone wants to be friends with Christian Hubicki, and I find it really intriguing to me because Christian is a huge threat in this game.
Mm-hmm.
And if they let him go far enough in the game, he can just win out.
Yeah.
Like, there is a high likelihood Christian Hubicki could win out if the right people get eliminated early on in the game. I think this is a great pick from Jack.
A great pick. I am quite surprised that people, like you said, I'm quite surprised that Christian's target level is very low going into this cast. Because I think to know Survivor is to know that Christian is very connected with a lot of this cast. Yeah, solid pick for sure.
Indeed.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't really remember much about him. And so I'm going to, I don't remember his season that well. And that's just a me thing. I don't remember. I probably watched it. I just don't remember. Yeah, I'm old, so I don't remember. But I don't know. He seems like somebody who, if you go in blindly, but nobody's going in this blindly, by the way. I know this. You could see what, okay, maybe I trust him a little bit. Maybe. And he could pull the wool over your eyes and be like really, really good. I'm excited because y'all seem very excited about this person. So I'm very excited to get a refresher course on this person and see how well he does in this game.
I like Hubicki. He's like a good Survivor player. Like clearly, he was really good on David versus Goliath. Like he's a good player. I don't personally have a ton of confidence in him winning this game. I don't think this is the right cast for him to win this game with. I'll just be honest. I just don't think it's the right group of people. But if he did, I wouldn't be surprised. So, I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad pick. It's just not somebody I personally would have chosen myself.
I think that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hubicki, ladies and gentlemen. Hubicki.
Lewis.
All right. Lewis.
Hi.
It is your pick, Lewis Thorpe.
It is. Now, my first pick is kind of poetic. We're going from Christian to this next pick. Because this is someone who I think is going to be very tethered to Christian, but I think I hope that they are fluid enough in the game of Survivor to know when to break away from that. I need my financial analyst, Emily Flippin. I do.
Okay.
I do.
Yeah.
Very good. All right.
Yeah.
Mother financial analyst Emily Flippin.
I am very excited to see Emily back. This is a bit of a biased pick because I play Blood on the Clock tour a lot with Emily, so I'm excited to see her back on TV. But also, I think this is someone I definitely out of all the new era. I'll say this: I'm more confident we're gonna get a new era winner than a new era winner. Personally, I will still probably draft pre-new era just to. But I think out of the new era, this is Emily is someone I have high hopes for sure.
Okay. Great pick.
Yeah, this is an overall just a good pick. I cannot complain about that.
I think she's going to come into this game with some old Emily Flippin vibes that we got from before, but the later of the season, Emily Flippin, who knows when, who's like, okay, maybe I don't have to be as brash. Now, not saying that she gonna not be brash, because she still can be, and I would love to see that side of her still come out. But I think she has learned a lot. We saw the growth in her season alone, and I think she can bring that to here. And I think I do think this is a good pick. I think she can go pretty far in this game, because I think people are going to underestimate her still. Even after some who have watched her, I still think they will underestimate her. And that will be a huge mistake to do that. Huge mistake to do that.
Yes.
Yeah, I think she's in a really great starting position, honestly. I think, she's on that really great orange tribe to start. I like you said, Lana, I think if she can blend some of that end game, what she learned from her experience on 45 with the, with kind of that tenacity that she always had throughout her entire game of 45, I think we're going to see an evolution of Emily here. Lewis, I think this is a phenomenal pick. Yeah. I hoped maybe there'd be a universe Emily came back around, but I doubted it. She was very, very high on my draft board, because she is just she's an all-around really great player. I think one thing that a lot of people don't really talk about with Emily is that she is a really great physical player as well. Like, she does quite well in challenges, kind of across the board. Like, she's a great puzzle builder. She does quite well in physical challenges comparatively. Overall, I think I think it's a strong pick. I think she's going to be really great in the early part of tribe life as well for this orange. I still don't know the tribe names. The Scylla tribe, the Scylla Black tribe. I'm so sorry. Surprise. And I think overall, I'm happy with this for you.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody remind me before the premiere. I need to get a Scylla Black surprise soundbite, please.
Surprise.
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 That was amazing.
Surprise. Period.
So speaking of surprise, let's see who Lana takes.
Wait. Let me set it up. Lana, with the 4th pick in the draft today, I'm jumping out of my seat. I have to know, who are you drafting today?
Well, I am a creature of habit. I don't change often. I stick with what I like. I go for who I know. I do what I do. And therefore, I'm picking Tiffany.
Yep, I figured it was going to be someone different.
Okay.
I know you thought I was picking Sari.
No,
Brook.
I knew it was going to be someone different.
I knew you thought. But I am picking Tiffany.
I have a chance in 5th to draft Sari Fields.
I picked Tiffany for a couple of reasons. Number one, I really like Tiffany. Number two, I think I agree with Lewis when Lewis say I think someone from the new era is probably going to win this game. And I feel that way because the game has changed so much and it's so fast Now, do I think Sari can handle it? Yes, because she did Australia versus the world, and I think she can deal with the fast-paced game because she's done it before. I'm not sure everybody else who has never played New School Survivor will be able to catch up as fast. So I just feel like Tiffany is that kind of player who, on her season, she felt like she could do so much better, and she was in line to do really, really well in this game. Just a couple of things that she needed to misdirect her mindset away from Q. Now I hope, and now even though Q is back in this game with her, they are not on the same opening tribe, so she could focus on other things besides Q, and if they make it to merge together, we'll see what happens there. But I just really like Tiffany's game. I really thought that she is physical, she's smart, she is not afraid to go hunting for idols. She can find idols. We've seen it before. She can help with the tribe. She can help in the team challenges. I think she's just a good all around player. I'm excited for her. She was one of the people when I saw was coming back. I was like, yes, 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 she deserves another chance at this, and I was very happy she got it. So yeah, I want Tiffany.
She was number 2 on my draft board. This is a great pick, Lana. I
This
really
is a good
think
one.
I really think Tiffany is someone that is going to be completely underestimated on this season.
Yep.
I think she is the least flashy player on this season, and I think she is going to be someone that a lot of people are going to want as a +1 for votes. I think a lot of people are going to look at her and maybe not necessarily remember the game that she played on 46. I think people are going to associate her as, oh, she was with Q. Oh, she was with Kenzie. And people aren't going to remember exactly what she did. And I think that's the best position she could possibly be in going into this season. I think she is sitting, her and Jenna, in my mind, are sitting in 2 of the best positions possible going into this game in completely opposite ways. I think this is a phenomenal choice.
I do think there is a bit of that advantage that comes when you're in an all returnee season and you are that person that's kind of like, when you look at the cast on paper, you're like, oh, okay, sure. Like, and I do feel like Tiffany is in that position. And we've seen, on All-Stars, Rob and Amber were 2 of those people that when you see them on paper, oh, okay, sure, right? At the time, as much as, Sandra won, but even then she was kind of, oh, really? Yep. Okay, right? And you could say the same thing about a few other people that were on that cusp that made it pretty deep into that game as well. Game changers, again, Sarah Lucina, kind of in the same boat of like oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Like, historically, the oh, really okay picks typically make it really far. The only season I can say that didn't really happen was Second Chances. And even then, Kimmy Kappenberg made it really deep in that game. So,
and I would say all
Tiffany,
and I say,
and
I'd say all winners as well is kind of the only other example really where like that top 3, I could have probably predicted that from the start.
Yeah,
but even then, Michelle, right? And I'm not trying to say anything about Michelle. Love Michelle, right? But if you were to ask somebody on that cast, like, oh, they brought Michelle back, right? At the time, that was her reputation. She didn't have that same reputation that she has now. And I think you could probably say the same thing about Ben, even if we don't really care for him either. He was coming into that in that same boat. So I think Tiffany's, looking at everything historically, a lot of things are lining up that put her in a really good spot to get at least deep in this game. I think she could win. I'd love to see Tiffany be a winner.
I would love that. I would absolutely love that.
That would be really iconic. I actually think that out of all of the new era women, I think Tiffany has the best shot out of all of them. I think, as we've said, she is the, oh, really? She's the, you're here pick. And as Brooke has already stated, those people tend to do well. And I think this cast is going to underestimate her. And I think they're going to look past her and not really look at what she's doing and really not really actually pay attention as to all the moves that she's doing and just get like blindsided by all of the fast movement that she's going to be doing around them. So I'm very excited for Tiffany, and I'm very excited. Hopefully she does well. But yeah, this is a really, really good pick.
Could you imagine if she wins and then 2 women from that disaster Yanu tribe win? This just means it sets up redemption, second chances season, like 55, I don't know, the full-on redemption for Miss Jess Chong, her coming back and winning second chances redemption, and that would make my heart sing. That's all I'm saying. Bring Jess back. That's all I'm saying. Not Banu, but bring Jess back.
Yes.
We need to do a fan cast video of pre-merge second chances at some point, because I have a list. I could like so many people that would fit on that cast so well.
Okay, well, Brook, your draft board just kind of opened up, I guess.
I'm picking
Surrey
Fields.
Yeah,
I'm picking
I figured as much.
I have been gift wrapped Serene Fields on the table after not one, not 2, but at least 3 confirmed Serene Fields stands said, "I'll wait."
No, I knew what I was doing. I knew I was not getting Serene.
I knew what I was doing.
I knew what I was doing.
I am not saying you all didn't know what you were doing. All I'm going to say is I'm very happy that you did it, and I am very happy to welcome Suri to our team. I'm just so happy. This is Mother. This is Goddess. And, I don't even care. If she gets voted out 3rd, she's on my team. That's all that matters to me. I have 3, and I'm thrilled. Now, do I think she's getting voted out 3rd? No. Not a shot.
No, absolutely not.
At minimum, the absolute earliest I could see her going out is like merge. She is making that merge. She's gonna win. I think she's gonna win. I think she's gonna win. Actually, I don't. I have a winner pick that isn't her, but honestly, I cannot leave the possibility for Eduardo to take Suri in the next 2 choices, which I think you would have done had I not.
I would have, absolutely.
If Suri was left on the board, Eduardo would have taken her. You probably would have taken her on the way back, and if you didn't for some reason, Lana would have.
Oh, for sure. That would have been crazy.
Yeah.
That would have been crazy.
Welcome to the team. We're so happy to have you.
Yay.
Here's the thing. I will say, though, I do think Suri stands a damn good shot at winning this game. Because I feel like there's just so much talk about Suri. There's so much talk about Suri. And I feel like the preseason press was so interesting with everyone about Suri. And there are a lot of people that are like, no, I don't want to work with Suri. But there are a lot of people on this cast that are like, no, I want to work with Suri. I want to work with Suri. I think it would be a really cool opportunity to get to work with her. I think that's going to work in her advantage. And I think it's going to get her very far in this game.
Yeah.
And we all know what happens when Suri Fields makes it far in a game.
Yeah.
She just needs to put those final pieces together at the end of the game. I think this could finally be the season she does it. I have the faith. We know she can. She just has to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I really do think this could be her season. I have the faith. I would like to see it. And even if she doesn't, she's still Suri motherfucking Fields.
Mm-hmm.
Like, at the end of the day, she's still Suri motherfucking Fields. But I do, in my heart of hearts, feel like this could be her year.
Any year could be her year. That's the thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I will say, I was not thinking Suri was going to win this game when the cast got announced. And honestly, really, most of the time I haven't really considered it because I didn't want to like manifest it like we always do. We always go, oh, Suri's on the cast, she's winning, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I will say, about a week ago, there was, it may have been a little bit longer than that, but I saw this clip a week ago. It was from Bob and Boston Rob on the Traders podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody asked Rob, who's on the, like, if this Mount Rushmore was accurate, And Rob was like, yeah, if Suri wins 50, she'll be on there, though. And for some reason, that made me go, why would you say that, Rob? You're right. You're very clearly correct. But why would you say that, Rob? That made me pause.
Okay.
He said it because it's true. Because who would, if Suri won 50, for sure, they would have to put her on the Mount Rushmore of Survivor players. Like, you could not deny it. Like, you could not deny it. Someone who has made it to most of the finals they've been in, or it's close to the finals that they've been in, and only one time did they get out early, and that was a load of whatever.
Bullshit.
She has
Bullshit.
never been
I'll
voted
say
out
it.
by conventional means. She has been titled out and advantage getting out. But the fact that you can say you've played Survivor, this is your 6th time, and on 5 of your previous appearances where you've never made it to Final Tribal, you have never received the majority of votes at a non-Final 3 Tribal Council is ludicrous.
It's ludicrous.
Come on.
I honestly, I think Sari has a chance to win this game. I don't underestimate her chances of winning this game, because I think people, as much as they say they're afraid of Sari and, oh my God, it's Sari, I still think they underestimate her a little bit. She's older now. She's not as, and she didn't win challenges. She didn't win a lot of challenges before, and people tend to underestimate that. And they when you get into that game, you forget how good people can be if you just let them sit. And I think Sari knows how to sit back and let people overlook her. Like, okay, no, I don't win challenges. You ain't got to worry about me running the end game and winning individual immunities. That's not who I am. And it's just, it's a lot. So I think she still has a very good opportunity to win this game if she wanted. If the stars aligned, I'll say.
Right.
Absolutely. Well, Eduardo, you don't get to draft Sari.
Unfortunately.
But who are you going to draft first?
Yeah, I was really thinking about it, and I didn't know if I wanted to be strategic or if I just wanted to go with people that I like. But I kind of want to do a mix of both. And so I'm choosing this person a little bit more strategically, because I've heard that they are really working hard in that preseason. They were working really hard, maybe sliding in some DMs, and people are excited for this person. I may not be the biggest fan, but I think there's a possibility that this person does well. So I'm picking Charlie Davis.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Wow.
Oh,
That was not the name I thought you were going to say. But all right.
I've heard it. I've heard of the possibility of many, many preseason alliances that Charlie may have done. Whether they're true or not, who knows? But I kind of wanted to pick someone that, although I may not think like they're my favorite character on Survivor, I think there is a possibility where Charlie does well. People still to this day fight as to whether he should have won or not, and like there is still huge arguments about it. And I do see a possibility. I do see a world in which Charlie does well this season. I think he has enough like strategic ability and like social strategic like mindset to really get there. And as we've said, I do think that a new era person is going to win. And we've taken all of the women that I think are going to do well from the new era. So I needed to pick a new era man. And I feel like this is a somewhat okay choice. I'm taking a risk with this one. That is basically what I'm saying.
For sure.
Well, I'm sorry you had to pick a man. No, I'm kidding.
I'm sorry you had to pick a Swiftie.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what bothers me the most about him.
I say this like I haven't started getting into Taylor Swift. But
But there are levels. There are levels.
I mean, he's dressed like Steve from Blue's Clues, so
Yep.
anything is possible.
We
here.
just gotta learn it.
I mean,
Love Steve.
I'm not mad at this choice, but I understand this choice. I get it. Like, it's one of those choices. Like, I get it. It makes sense because he's going to do well in some of these challenges, and all he has to do is make sure his social game is where it needs to be, and people aren't like turned off by his incessant talk about Taylor Swift, or they remember what he was like on his seasons. Like, this dude is smart. Like, you want to hope people just forgot about you, and I think he needs to hope people just forgot about him and what he did in his season. But it's a smart, strategic player. So he's definitely someone you always want to look out for. So I get the choice.
Yeah.
My only thing with Charlie, and I will say, I kind of feel the same way I feel about him that I do about Hibiki. Like, this just doesn't feel like the group of people that I could see him beating in a game of Survivor, if that makes any sense.
Understandable.
But like, I look at where he's at, and like that blue tribe is going to be really interesting, because like there's no one person that I look at that tribe and I'm like, that's the easy boot that they all want gone, like I do with one of the other two, like the other two tribes. So
I agree.
I just don't know how it's going to shake out over there, and I could see him shaking out on either side of that. If he shakes out on the right side of that, though, that merge is going to be real interesting for him. So we'll see.
Yeah, I honestly think I agree with Brook completely. Like, that tribe is a big wild card in the early game, and I could see Charlie being an early target from that tribe because there is a lot of recency bias, and a lot of people do remember how good he was from his season, and the fact that Jeff did pick him to be a co-host for the podcast. Like, I don't know how much of like the meta game from the Survivor universe is also going to play into this season. Like, we just don't know those kinds of things. So for me, he wasn't someone that I was immediately gravitating towards as a pick, but he is a phenomenal player. And the one thing we do know about Charlie is that he is calculated. And when he needs to be, he's very scrappy. And so I think if he needs to be very scrappy in the early game, he can be and he will be. And I think, I don't think it's a bad pick by any means of the imagination. He wasn't someone that I felt comfortable, especially in the first round. But I love the pick for you. He is a great player.
Yeah. I tend to take risks when it comes to drafts. So
who we risking next then? I want to know who you risking next, Mr. Risk Taker.
Well, the next risk is someone that I love and adore. And, I want her. I really want her to win this season. I really, really do. But realistically, is she going to? I don't know. I really don't know. But I don't care. I want her in my team no matter what. I am finally taking Angelina Keeley off the board and finally taking her. I mean, she's an icon. She's a legend. I want her jacket. She brought her own jacket this time, so she's good. She's absolutely ready.
That's gonna be what that's the difference maker.
Yeah, that makes the whole thing very different.
Logan, I will give you your time.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm good.
I'm shocked by that. I thought you would you love her.
I do, but I think Angelina is maybe
Logan
a goner.
I'm about to say, Logan does not think Angelina's going to win this game. And
No.
Logan's trying to win this draft. They're not trying to pick from the heart.
Listen, I've never won a draft, and at this point, I don't care if I win it or not. So I'm just like going half strategic, half not. And Angelina is my pick for it. I don't care. I genuinely don't care if she goes home first or she makes it to the end. I want her on my team. I think she's fun. I think she's iconic. And there is a world in which she at least makes marriage. So
yes.
at the very least,
in that world.
I got that.
Here's the thing. I do think there's a universe Angelina does very well in this season. There's definitely a universe. There are so many people on this season that see Angelina as direct opposition to them that I think she is too volatile of a character to draft for the purposes of this draft. I will be 100% honest there. Do I love this woman with every fiber of my being? Absolutely. Is she the number one person I'm rooting for on this season? Absolutely. I am an unabashed Angelina Keeley stan. She could do no wrong in my mind. I love her so fiercely. But for the purposes of this draft, there are so many people that see her as a foe going into this season. And I just am not. If she came back around to me for my like second and third picks, like the last picks that I got, I would have considered picking her. But only if there really wasn't anybody else that I really, really wanted at that point.
Right.
Like, I wasn't going to pick her first.
No.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that she went to a loving team. And, you know, I've got a lot of really cool people to choose from otherwise.
Brook.
Yeah.
Brook.
Love her to death. I hope that she wins those beefs that people have with her because I love her and she's great TV. So we'll see. There are people that I am like confident in their ability to merge, and that's kind of how I draft is like, okay, at least for Survivor, it's like, do I think you will at least make the merge? Like with 95% certainty in my head. And that's kind of how I go. I think there is a world where Angelina Keeley completely wins every single one of those beats. She gets in with like 3 people and just runs this game. And she could do it. She basically did it already. She kind of, well, okay, Mike did it. But she was really attached to that and she played a big part in it. But I also think there's another world where she's like first boot off her tribe. I don't want to live in that world. But it's too risky for me. I play risk-averse Survivor drafting.
So, what world do you want to live in? So, who's going to be on your draft?
So, there are 2 people that I really want. I want them both. And I am now having to play the game of, okay, which one of them do I think is more likely to make it back around? Okay. I am going to go with Aubrey Bracco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I saw that.
Yeah. I did say, so quick little note for our lovely fans at home. We did a couple mini-sodes that we were going to put up. We decided to do this instead. And in our little mini video we did on Aubrey, I did say Aubrey was my winner pick. I still am leaning that direction. I just think she's coming into this game with a really good spot, especially out of the people that have played more than 2 times. I think she's going to come in with the lowest threat level out of all of them. So other than maybe Colby. And I think that, you know, Aubrey's just really good at connecting with people who aren't on a tribe that just want to vote out all the returning players. So I really like Aubrey. Aubrey's just such a fun character. Personally would have received my vote in her first season at Final Tribal. Just going to put that out there.
I agree.
So Aubrey winning would be great. And I think she deserves a spot on the team. Welcome back to my team of people who participated on Survivor Game Changers. We have Aubrey and Sari. So who's next? Was anybody else on that cast that's out here?
Ozzy.
Okay, maybe not. But still. Although, to be fair, my drafting strategy should behoove Ozzy Lust really well. When you think about that and consider that.
Great choice. I think Aubrey is a phenomenal pick here. She's just wonderful, and she's just, despite, you know, Edge of Extinction, she's just a consistent Survivor player. Like, she's just consistent and good, and that is just, you know, there's not much else to say. Yeah.
What you want?
Yeah. Indeed.
Anything else? Or are we moving on? Anybody else got anything to say? We move on? Okay, sure. Then it's on me.
sure.
I'll just be repeating stuff that's already been said. So,
All right.
oh, and Eduardo's back. Didn't realize Eduardo
I didn't want
No,
to
I finished Carl wrong. I fully agree. I love Michelle Down, but that felt like an Aubrey season. So, and then Game Changers. I said this on the mini-sode, like considering that they, if I remember correct, if I have it down correctly, I believe they finished airing Korong at the same time that they were flying out for Game Changers.
Yeah.
So the fact that she managed to get it deep, granted, she did get purpled a lot in Game Changers. The fact that she still managed to go that deep in Game Changers is really impressive, considering people had her fresh on the minds. So. Yeah. Hopefully there's been enough distance between Edge and 50 that she can go deep.
I hope she enjoys this experience too, because I know she didn't really enjoy her last experience. So
yeah, absolutely.
All right, Lana.
Well, it's interesting. The name that just came up before. Because that's where I'm going. Ozzy's coming to me. I want Ozzy. I love Ozzy. I met Ozzy.
I am.
I did it first. I made Logan bad first. Period. Oh, love it.
There you go.
Congratulations, Lana. You have won the video for the draft at minimum.
Thank you. I love this man. I enjoy watching Ozzy every time he plays, even if he doesn't win. I just enjoy watching him play. He's such a nice person, like such a kind spirit. I just really. This is a hard pick for sure. This is a hard pick, and I do not care. I love this man. I really am a fan of his. I love how this game is Ozzy. Ozzy is this game, and he loves this game, and I love that for him. And so I'm glad he got a chance to come back and do it again. And I would love to see Ozzy go deep into this game. I would love to see it. I feel like out of all the people who is not considered new era, he can be one of the most adaptable people. And like adjusting to the pace of this game and all the new stuff that they go throw at him. I think he's somebody who's very adaptable to that. So I'm just excited. I just had to get him. I just had to.
And that's why I think Ozzy will be successful at this season. I think he's guaranteed to do well at this season. Everybody loves Ozzy. No one dislikes Ozzy. If you dislike Ozzy, there's something wrong with you. Like, and they put him on a starting tribe with Sari.
Yeah. I was going to bring that up too, because not only is he on a starting tribe with Sari, where they've played twice together, by the way. Friendly reminder. But also, he's on a starting tribe with Joe. And if I can think of any person who Ozzy's going to bond with easy, it's going to be Joe. I love Ozzy to death. I think he is one of the more underrated players in Survivor history, even for somebody who's been back. Was this his 5th time? And I think a lot of people think about him modern day for South Pacific more than anything else. We forget he was 1 vote away from winning Cook Islands. Like he was that right there. And preventing one of my personal favorite winners from winning, and one of, in my opinion, one of the most dominant winners in the history of Survivor. He almost beat Yule. Like that's really damn impressive. Yeah. I do wonder if he's going to be able to keep pace with this new era Survivor. But at the same time, the moment that Ozzy has ever done on Survivor that impressed me the most is when he said, "I'm going to vote myself out so I can kick Christine off Redemption Island in South Pacific." Like, that is one of the most underrated moves in the history of this game. I just want to put that out there because it was incredible, and we forget about it because Cochran. But I would love for Ozzy to win this game. I don't think he will, but I would love to see it.
I think he stands a decent shot, to be honest with you.
There are a lot of his type of players on this island.
I have a question, Lana. When did you meet Ozzy?
Oh, in Orlando twice in December, and last year December, and then this year December.
Okay, because if I remember correctly, he was doing a lot of the early Bryson Wen 49 appearances in crutches. And
when I saw him, he wasn't in crutches.
Okay, but I think it was early Brighton Wen. So around when 49 was in its early stages. So that's maybe why I'm not picking Ozzy, because I am.
You think he got medevac?
I am concerned that that's a possibility.
I don't care. If he does, he does.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's
awesome.
That's why I'm not going Ozzy. If it weren't for that, I maybe would have put Ozzy on my team. But
my reasoning why I personally didn't pick Ozzy, although I did think about it, was because I think this cast is gonna be targeting physical threats pretty early on, and so I think, although Ozzy is not in as much danger as we think that he might be, because I think Joe is more likely to get targeted before him. I think Jonathan is more likely to get targeted before him. I do think that the moment that Ozzy doesn't win immunity, there is a possibility that people are going to look at him and think, well, he might just win out from now on, so this is our last opportunity. So that is my only thing that is stopping me from picking Ozzy, because I do agree that Ozzy is super fun character. He's really nice from what it seems like, and he's super adaptable. So I do see a world in which he does really well, but I am not 100% sure that he wins here, unfortunately.
Right. I think that's fair. I think that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Lewis.
Hello. I kind of want to. I think I'm less now going for listing down who I think is going to win, and more I just want to stake in all the tribes. So therefore, I'm going to disappear from Scylla. And I don't know. I think this might be a bit of a dark horse. We're going Carlo. We're going Chrissy.
Damn it! So Chrissy Hoffbeck was the person I picked. I picked Aubrey over, and I'm.
Oh, don't
so
worry,
sad.
Jack was about to get her if Lewis didn't. So
okay, well, thank goodness
it was a calculated risk either way. I didn't think I'd get them both. But...
Triple H was a drag. However, no, it wasn't even a drag. It was just there was too much going. Like CBS, there was too many advantages going on. Too many idols.
Ben had too many idols. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, it felt too easy to get the idols. Anyway, enough about that season in particular. No, I think Chrissy is definitely someone that people are going to... I don't think she's going to be target number one. She's not going to be who people keep their eyes on very early on. And I think she has parts of her game that she can iron out heading into 50. No, I'm optimistic for Chrissy for sure. Yeah.
She is, to this day, the only person that I will say has been robbed of a win on Survivor. The only person. And I know we like to say, Suri got robbed, and I do think Advantage Getting is about as close as you're going to get to being robbed on Survivor. Chrissy Hoffbeck was screwed out of a win on Survivor 35. We talk about how shitty Final Four fire making is. At least everybody knows about it by the time they get to it. Chrissy got so unbelievably screwed. And hell, I know people said that Devin would have won that season and not Chrissy. Okay, maybe. But either way, they both got screwed. And I have been waiting and waiting and waiting, and Mother is finally back, and I'm so excited.
Mhm. I can't wait until the first merge immunity challenge is just picking the right ball out of a bag. I'm so excited because she's going to
On the top of
slay that challenge up so hard. That is
Yeah.
one of my favorite moments from that season where she like is talking about it like it is such a strategic game and she's just like, "Oh yeah, I killed it." And you're like, "You just picked the ball out of a bag, girl. What are you talking about?" But no,
Girl,
I
girl, it's a stretch dress. Like, what are we doing here?
truly that
Girl, it's
part
a
is so
stretch
much.
dress. Like, what are we doing?
I love her so much though, and I agree. I think like it truly felt like production was doing everything in their power to avoid a Chrissy win in her original season. And so having her back feels right. It feels like it's her time, like to get a better chance. And now she actually understands like the game and she knows about Final Four fire making. She knows how to run the like final few days of this game, which is are always like the most complicated and like hard. So I think she has an opportunity. I think she has a shot.
I agree completely. I'm very excited for Chrissy. She's someone that I think was a no-brainer going into this season. I'm really quite excited to see what she's going to be able to do with this abbreviated format as well. And I think she's on a really interesting tribe. I think her and Charlie could really benefit from the dynamics of this tribe. I hope that she doesn't go in and is immediately a target. I think she's got less to worry about than someone like Charlie does. I think a lot more people are going to be more willing to work with her pretty immediately. So I think, I think this is a really, really great pick, Lewis. Very
Yay.
good. Very good. Very good.
Boy,
Very
she-
good.
Someone who's new to a lot of these seasons, I think I'm kind of low key easy. Low key.
You're doing very good. You're doing very
You are
good.
doing
You're
a
doing
good
very
job, Eva.
good.
Let's
Yes.
see what Jack is doing.
I know what Jack is doing because I have their list.
What's Jack doing?
So Jack is picking someone that they said out of the new era people. This person feels that they feel that this person feels potentially the most able to slip into the old era with no problem. That's what they said. Jack is picking D.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
interesting.
No, when you said
Okay.
that,
Right,
I
I
had
was
someone
not
different.
thinking
I had
that person.
someone
I had
different.
somebody totally different in mind.
Yeah, I did
But
too.
okay.
But Jack
Our
is
first winner's
picking
off
D
the board.
Valladares. Yeah, first winner is off the board. Kind of sucks because I kind of wanted to pick D myself. I had D pretty high on my draft board actually. The more I know it's difficult picking a winner. I think, all three winners, D, Kyle, and Savannah are in a bit of an interesting position going into this season, but I actually think I agree with Jack here. I think D is in a very interesting position where she did play a pretty dominant game in 45. She, that's what a lot of people are going to remember, but there's so many facets to D's game, and I think on the tribe that she's starting on, I think there are so many different people with so many different facets going on that I actually think she might be set up in the best position. She is on that blue Kahlo tribe. And we just talked about it with Chrissy and we talked about it with Charlie, where the ball is that is the wild card tribe in my perception. I think anything is possible going into the start of that tribe. I think Kyle starts out as a threat on his starting tribe. I think Savannah definitely starts out as a threat on her tribe immediately. I don't know about D. I think she could blend in very easily. She could start with a couple of allies here or there. And I think if she can start on the right foot, I don't know. She could blend in pretty well. I don't think this is a bad pick.
I don't know. I don't know. I genuinely don't know because, like, as you said, it's difficult to really like choose a winner for the for this kinds of things because they already have a target in their backs. And I think out of all the winners, I do think Dee has the biggest one because I think she did play the best game out of the three winners that we do have. And I don't know, there's just something about Dee that although I love her and although I do think that she's one of the best winners that we've had in the new era, I don't see her doing that well in this cast. Like I really think that there is a world in which Dee is the first boot from this tribe. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think it's possible that she does well, but I don't think there is a world really in which Dee ends up winning this season, unfortunately. Although I do think, as I said, she is one of the best winners of the new era.
I think she is. If you're going based on dominance of game, she's the best winner of the new era.
Mhm.
Arguably one of the best winners of all time in terms of their winning performance. I think she is.
Mhm.
You cannot overrate Dee and the game that she played on 45. You just can't. She's that good. I, however, do not even remotely feel like I could draft her in this. She is any of the winners really, but especially Dee, coming in with a massive target on their back that's already been mentioned. And because of how dominant her game was, it's just going to be so hard for her to get past that. Now, if anyone could do it on this cast, it's Dee. And I would not be shocked to see her actually do that. I just don't know if, even if she does make it to the end, are they going to give her another check? That's just kind of where I'm at. Like if she makes it to Final Tribal, right? Unless she is sitting up there with Kyle and Savannah, are they going to give her another check? That's the way I look at it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We'll see. And I think, I mean, historically, we've had a few people, we've had two-time winners in the U.S. now. And really, as much as we love Sandra, and I do think her game in Heroes vs. Villains is underrated, a lot of her winning had to do with the fact they hated Russell and they didn't like Parvati that much either. I question if a winner can win 50. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for Dee. I like Dee. She's great, but
Certainly.
I don't know. I don't know if like you said, the winners have a strong shot to win this game. But it'll be fun to watch them.
I agree with that.
Try.
For sure.
It'll be fun to watch them try.
Absolutely.
So
I'm just
Logan,
happy Dee's.
Oh yeah, same. I love Dee. I'm so
yeah, of
excited.
course, of course.
Absolutely.
And she's wonderful. She's so kind. She's such a lovely person.
Yeah.
Such a lovely person.
The confessionals we're gonna get from her for as long as she's on this season are gonna be so good. So like at the end of the day, I'm thankful we're getting that at least.
Absolutely.
I personally think she'll do the best
out of the winners.
Of the winners.
I could see that as well. I definitely could, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is
we'll see how that works out. But Logan, you have the next two picks.
My last two picks.
Yeah.
And
yes.
I think, okay, so I've been going back and forth. There's a lot of really great picks on the board still. My first pick, it's interesting, I was just talking about confessionals. Because my first pick is going to be someone that gives good confessional. And that's not
Courtney
why
Yates.
I'm picking them. Shout out to Courtney Yates. Love her. But no, this person does give good confessional, but that's not why I'm picking them. I'm picking them because they are a dynamic game player. They are someone I just absolutely adore with every fiber of my being. We're going with the RIZGOT, baby. I'm picking Rizzo.
No,
You had ample opportunity and you failed to do so, Lewis.
I was not expecting anyone to pick him. Oh, I had a whole bit. I was gonna be like, because I'm British, I was gonna go RIZ.
Well, you failed.
Well, I don't know why we
Rizzo,
just.
Rizzo, I've let you down.
Well, you failed.
Mm.
I think Rizzo is coming into this season in a great position, to be honest with you. There are a lot of people in the preseason press that are just a little bit wary of him.
Mm-hmm.
But he's got so much charisma, and I think he's on a great starting tribe that I honestly think he's going to be just fine. I don't worry about Rizzo in this game. I really do trust in his abilities here, especially because I don't have that much faith in Savannah lasting that long in this game, unfortunately. And I love Savannah. I love Savannah so much. If I could draft, I want to draft Savannah. I want to draft Savannah. I love Savannah. I love Savannah Louis so much, but I don't have faith in her lasting long at all. But I have a lot of faith in Rizzo. I have a lot of faith in Rizzo's ability. I think he can make a deep run. He's got so much game knowledge on all of these people. I watched his preseason interviews, and he's just got so much knowledge on everyone here. And I really think Rizzo can make a deep run here. I'm really impressed by him. And that's our boy. That's our boy. So I didn't get him in Survivor 49's draft, and I want him now, damn it. I'm taking Rizzo.
It's really interesting that Rizzo, I mean, I'll be saying, out of the two people from 49, a lot more people were talking about Rizzo when he showed up on the beach because of the trailer that played at the end of 48, where he was like arguably the main character of that trailer. And we've seen it in the preseason interviews. People are like, oh, Rizzo's here. Oh, God, Rizzo's here. But I also think if Rizzo just comes on this island and is just himself, like his like affable, like fun self, I don't think a single person is going to be looking at him long. And I agree. I don't think Savannah is long for this world. Love her to death. She's also confirmed already that she did tell people that she won because Rizzo was there and she didn't want people like him to say it and then her to have to like cover for it later. Which fair. So knowing that, and I just don't. I did. He was going to be my next pick probably. He was one of the people I was debating between. So
yeah,
love to see it. Big fan. Hope he does well.
Here's my thing with Rizzo. I feel like Rizzo, like you said, everybody could be preseason. Oh God, Rizzo's here. Rizzo's here. Yeah, that could be the thing. But Rizzo has the charisma and just his personality is so like you could just like, oh, Rizzo's like my little brother. Like to a lot of these people, he is gonna be like, Rizzo's like my little brother. Rizzo's like my son. Rizzo's just this young kid who all he has to do is be Rizzo and keep the whole Riz God for the confessionals, but keep Rizzo in front of everybody, and they are going to just eat him up. Some people are going to like take him. Somebody's going to be like, "Oh, Rizzo, he's not threatening. He might be smart, but he's not that great at challenges, so we're not going to really worry." They're not going to worry about Rizzo until it's too late to worry about Rizzo, because the Rizzo is going to be very, like I said, very knowledgeable in this game. He knows these people. He knows what they did on their seasons or whatever, and he has his own experience, and it's fresh in his mind. He literally came off an island to go right back to the island, so it was still fresh in his mind of what he needs to do. His body probably ain't even adjust to not being on that island, so he's just
Literally
still there.
A week after they got back from 49, they flew back for 50.
Right, so his body didn't even adjust from not being on the island. So he's just like, I think he'll be able to do the whole Riz God thing if he keeps that in the confessionals and he gonna have to tone down on those flashy, like they ain't gonna go for those stupid tricks. Like this group is not gonna go for the stupid tricks he played in 49. So he gonna have to not try to do those moves. but he can still do stuff that people be like, oh, okay. Don't try to be iconic amongst icons. Just be Rizzo among icons, and then you can become iconic. You know what I mean? That's what I want Rizzo to do. Don't, because I feel in 49 he was trying to be an icon amongst all these people, and now you're amongst icons. You can't be the icon amongst or try to be an icon amongst icons. Be Rizzo, and that'll make you iconic. And I believe he could do that. And yeah, that's a good pick. That's a good pick. If he would have made it around again, yeah, he would have got snatched up.
Yep.
What are we doing next, though?
Yeah.
I'm really surprised.
Don't you dare.
By my third pick. I did not, in my wildest dreams, think I would ever draft this person. This is not. I think everyone's like. I really don't know.
I think
I did not expect to draft this person, but I am looking at the board. I am looking at who's left, and I'm taking in what was said in the preseason press.
Okay.
And I'm left picking coach.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm left picking coach.
You got Rizzo and coach. That's.
I sure did.
That's
That's
hilarious
crazy.
back to
I
back.
sure
crazy.
fucking did. Who would have thought I just picked Rizzo and coach?
That is a fun back to back
But
pairing.
I know.
Interesting.
But every single person, practically, in their preseason press said, "Oh my God, I'm so happy Coach is here." And everyone wants to be a friend to Coach. And Coach is coming in with such a renewed energy into this season. And I don't know what it is. But this just, is this finally Coach's time to win?
To borrow a quote from Sophie Clark, I think everyone here is seeing Coach as the equivalent of a young girl. And I think that's why they want to be friends with Coach.
And maybe this is the season where everyone underestimating Coach will finally work in his favor.
You never know.
I don't know. I think I'm going with team underestimated. That's really been my MO for my entire draft right now, is just everyone who's underestimated going into this season. And I don't know. The energy around Coach just feels different going into this season, and I'm taking Coach.
Did anyone else see that video of Carolyn sending cameos to different players from 50, asking them their opinion on Rizgard and Coach? I can't remember what Coach said, but I for sure, because they're not on the same. No, they're not. No, yeah,
They are, aren't they?
are they?
Coach,
I'm
no.
pretty sure they
No.
are. Coach and
No.
No.
No,
Rizzo's on Vatu and Coach starts on Kahlo.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I'm excited to find out.
Somebody
about Coach. I think
is who is Rizzo on? Is Rizzo on a tribe with Colby? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I remember there was an older man on his tribe. I couldn't remember. I thought it was Coach. I guess it was Colby.
An old man.
Yeah.
How many olds?
Old man.
No, I'm excited to. I still haven't gotten around to watch any of Coach's. How many seasons has Coach played?
3.
And I haven't caught a single one yet. My wheel has not landed on any single one of them.
You're
Watch Token Teens and wait a minute. That means you haven't watched Heroes versus Villains.
I really want to land on Heroes vs Villains. Don't get me wrong. The two that I'm yet to draw that I want to draw are Heroes vs Villains and David's Goliath. Those are the two that I really want to get around to watch.
Oh, you need to watch DVG before the premiere. You got 3 on
Well,
I'm
that.
trying.
3 days.
Got this.
Yeah. I have never been the biggest fan of Coach. And I will say, all 3 of his seasons were after I started watching, or before I started watching Survivor, so I did have to go back and watch all of them. I'm just gonna say this. The only time he has ever impressed me in any capacity was on Token Teens, because he made one really, really, really good move, and I thought that was going to set him up for the future. And then pretty much ever since then, all he's really done is just kind of be a vote. So we'll see if the layoff has helped him in any way. I mean, you turned down traders for this, Diva, so I hope it worked out for you.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I genuinely see a world in which Coach wins this season. I think there is a possibility, and not a small one at that Coach does end up winning this season. It just feels like just the cast for Coach to finally make it all click and to finally get to that final tribal council and get those votes and get that $1 million. It just feels like it's the right time, the right people, the right tribes. It just, I don't know. I just have this gut feeling about Coach
All
in
right.
this one.
I could see it. I could see it.
Yeah.
Well,
Like
speaking
the-
of gut feelings, who do we think Jack is taking?
Who do y'all think Jack is taking?
I don't
I
I don't
know.
know. Just tell us.
I can tell you.
I would need to mentally think
I'll
of
tell
who
you who I
else
hope
left.
Jack isn't taking.
Who's
I have-
that?
No, because I want to.
I'm gonna say
Yeah, but you have the next pick. You can say it. It's okay.
But just
he wants
Jack,
a bit of a surprise. He wants a surprise.
I want a
He wants
surprise unless Jack takes it, in which case you'll see a very
Genevieve!
Well,
Very, fuck's sake!
son of a gun.
Jack's
I
taking
did it.
Genevieve.
I hate it. I hate it.
I'm pissed.
I'm
pissed.
You
I'm
all
a
could have
little-
taken Genevieve and you didn't.
First
I
of all,
know.
watch your tone. I'm still a little upset though because I was hoping Genevieve would just sneak by. That's
No.
it.
I think everyone else on this that is left in this round was hoping for that, except for Eduardo, apparently.
I will tell you why soon. But
Jack's reasoning is feels like a strong person to run with here in terms of overall strategy.
Period.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Genevieve is an icon. I love Genevieve. I really want Genevieve to do really well. In fact, I kind of want Genevieve to win the season.
Really?
However,
Comma.
with the starting tribe in which she's starting, I think she's first boot. I am so sorry. I think she's going home first. I am genuinely so sorry. I don't want that to happen. In my ideal world, Genevieve makes it to the final tribal council. But if I'm looking at this world realistically, I don't think Genevieve makes it to merge. And I am genuinely so sorry to say that because she's such a big threat. She's genuinely one of the biggest threats, I think, in this cast. And I think it's going to be really, really, really tough for her to shake that target off of her back. So as much as I love her and as much as I want her to do well, I genuinely do not think that Genevieve is going to make it far, unfortunately.
I agree with not make it far, but first boot on her tribe, I don't agree with that. There is another name that has yet to be brought up in this video that when they do get brought up, I will comment on when we speak on them.
Yeah.
But I think second boot maybe on her tribe, third boot maybe on her tribe. I
Yeah.
can see that. First boot, not a chance. She will flip flop, bamboozle, and hoodwink whoever she has to do to get out of that situation. And I love Queen. I want her to do well. I want her to win. Oh, I want her to win so damn bad. And And this is also, importantly, out of almost everyone we picked on our little Survivor 50 fan cast video we did last year, Genevieve made the cast, and I'm happy to see her. There were a few other people that did too. Angelina on the cast as well. But like, I want her to win. I want her to do well. So Eduardo, you need to be wrong.
Yeah, I want to be wrong. Believe me, I want to be wrong.
I love Genevieve. I was hoping she would make it back, but risk worth taking, and I think Jack got a great pick in her. So
Agreed. Well, Lewis.
Unfortunately, you have to move on.
I love that everyone is making each other mad today, and I'm just over here.
I really don't have strong opinions on the rest of the cast, so I'm gonna do something fun. This is no longer Team Lewis. It's Team Lewis and Anissa. I have Anissa's list. And I'm gonna consult Anissa's list to pick our next pick. Granted, it's not fair because I got the first two and Anissa's getting the last two, but who cares?
Team Lunisa. Lunisa.
Not the Anissa picks.
Anissa picks for Lewis and Anissa. Camilla.
Okay.
Yeah, that tracks.
Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
That literally was my next pick.
Yeah, it's a good pick.
Anissa.
Lewis, I have a question. Are you familiar with Camilla? Did you watch?
I am watching 48 currently.
Okay.
I have just made the merge.
Oh.
Well, we will probably be discussing spoilers at some point.
That's fine. No. One thing you need to know about me is I don't care for spoilers.
She loses.
I knew that.
Well, the winner's on the damn cast.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, she's a queen. Love her to death.
She's an icon, a
Mother.
legend, mother.
She is the mother. Now, come on now.
Yeah.
I think she's gonna do well. I think out of the now, I will say I don't think she's the best positioned out of the 48 people. I think Joe is in a really good spot coming into this game. But she's much better well positioned than Kyle. I can tell you that. And she can all she has to do is wait until Kyle gets voted out. And if Kyle gets voted out pretty early, her target level drops a ton. So fingers crossed for Camilla, because I love her. And I hope that happens for her, because I don't think Kyle's winning this game no matter what he does. So unless he's in the final three with D and Savannah. Then in which case he has a chance.
Yeah.
I love Camilla. I absolutely love Camilla. I really was going to pick her next if she was still on the board.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's amazing. She's iconic. She's also somebody who I got a chance to talk to, and so kind and so sweet, and was very excited to talk about 50, even though she was knowing she couldn't, but you could see the radiation in her face, how excited she was for 50. So that just
optimistic.
That just makes me feel really good. Like, even if she didn't win this, I feel like she had a great time at playing in the game. And that's something I just love. Like, she was so like, oh, I want to tell y'all so bad. Like, oh, it's so good. So I'm like, oh, I'm so excited. I love her. I absolutely love her. She is so iconic and so sweet and so kind. Love her.
Such a good player. So good. I don't know really. I think all of the 48 players are in an interesting position just because they're another one of those trios that's coming in to the game together. Not necessarily, obviously Kyle and Camilla played very, very closely together. I'm a little bit worried about all three of them, to be honest. I don't think any of them are in the absolute best position, but I wouldn't say that any of them are in the absolute worst position either. Right. I don't think Camilla has, the world's best position, but she is also on that blue complete wildcard tribe. So I think, you know, again, like we've been saying and like I've been saying, she's got a lot of early game work to do on that tribe. So it's going to be really up in the air, but I do think it is a really strong draft pick at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Anissa knows what she's doing here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially because, you know, Lana was about to pick her
I
too.
really was about to pick her.
So,
I'm trying to figure out who I'm gonna take because at this point it feels like everybody that I was considering is gone. I only have like one person left. And if Lana takes that, I have no idea what I'm doing.
for context, left on the board, we've got Colby, Joe, Jonathan, Kyle, Mike, Q, Rick, Savannah, and Stephanie. So, Lana?
Well, you could go on and take Kobe right off the board because that is who I'm going to take.
Ah!
That is
I
who
have
I'm
no
going to
idea.
take.
I am so mad.
That
I
is
am
who
so
I'm
mad
going
right
to
now.
take. It was between Camilla and Kobe, who I was hoping would still be here when.
It's Colby.
Is Colby in the slideshow?
There you
There's
go.
Colby.
There's Kobe.
I was like, I could not find Colby to save my existence right now. Damn.
Yeah, I it was between Camilla and Kobe. I was like, if they are still there, if one of them are there, I'm picking them. And Kobe just happens to be it. Even with the little preseason stuff that I watched, Kobe's name has been coming up everywhere. Everywhere you look, it was Kobe, 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 Kobe. People are excited to play with Kobe. And it's like, and I think because it's been such a long time since Kobe was able to play this game, people are like, oh, want to see what Kobe's going to do. And I feel like Kobe is like Ozzy. I think he can adjust to the new era of the game. I think he might do really good in a new era because look, when you get older, we want shorter. We want to get in and get out. And I think Kobe is like, hey, let's get in, do this, and get out. And he might play that way. I'm excited. I'm excited to see how he does being back on this in Survivor after such a long break from the game. I just think it's going to be fun, and I think people are going to look at him like it's Kobe from wow, like wow. We have not seen Kobe in such a long time. We want to play with him. We want to give him that opportunity to play this game. So I'm excited. I'm very happy I got him.
Yeah, this was my next pick.
Yeah.
Because we talked about it right before we started recording. He's been eating up this preseason. Like, I can't even lie.
Mm-hmm.
And I do, like, again, in the little mini-sodes we filmed, we did get to film one on Colby. And he actually played a really large part in my Survivor journey, so I was kind of hoping he would be on my team. But, I mean, I can't fault you, Lana. This is a really good choice. And I think out of the old era men, and I say old era meaning, like, pre-HVV, he's in a really good spot, and I think he could do really well. He's made it to the final 5 twice out of his 3 appearances, so I mean, he's got to be doing something right.
Right.
Yeah, I think Colby there is a world in which Colby does really, really well, and I think I'm very excited to see Colby. I'm very, very excited to see Colby. I think with the cast that we have right now, as I said, I do think that this cast is going to be focusing a lot more on like targeting the people that are more physical. Since there are not a lot of them, I think they're more likely to get targeted. But I think that since it's been such a long time since Colby competed, and last time he competed, he didn't do that well in the challenges, I think he can slide by, and I think people are going to underestimate Colby a little bit, and I see a world in which someone takes him to the final 3 thinking that people are not going to vote for Colby because he didn't do that well in challenges and he's a little washed up and whatever. And then he ends up winning it because he had such a good social game with these people that he just ends up taking the $1 million. So I am very excited to see Colby. I see a world. I see a world in which Colby could, in theory, take it, but I think it's going to be a little bit of a tough battle for him.
Yeah, I think Colby's in an interesting position going into this season. I think he's got a decent starting tribe. He's starting with Stephanie. I think they're in an interesting position going into the season. A lot of people have indicated that they want to work with Colby, at least in the initial part of the game. I think if he can line his ducks up in a row, and he's learned from the long period of time it's been since he first got on the show, you know, if he plays his cards right, it could be a good showing for Colby on this season. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility whatsoever.
Mm-mm. I don't think so either.
No.
All right, bro.
This is really hard. There are a lot of people that I was going to pick that are no longer on the board. Like, out of the last 4 picks, I think 3 of them were my next 3 choices. So I am like really trying to like decide between 2 people. At the end of the day, I just have to go based off of the only little bit of meta knowledge that I have, which is that in the lead up to 50, they've been re-airing some really famous episodes of Survivor. And pretty recently, I think it was either sometime last week. I don't remember exactly. I just remember the list. I know it's happening relatively shortly. They just aired one of my personal favorite tribal councils ever, featuring one Mr. Rick Devens. So I will take Rick Devens. Ron Clark boot on Edge of Extinction is perhaps one of the most underrated tribal councils of all time. One. And it's still held in pretty high regard, but that tribal, like, watch that tribal back. It's freaking theater. Like, it's really damn good. Do I have high confidence in Rick? Honestly, no. I don't even know he's gonna make the merge. But I will say he's a fun character. And I could see him doing well. I think he did learn a lot from when he got voted out the first time on Edge. I think that really reset his brain, and it put him in that position to just kind of just go at it and go for it. And I think now that he has that knowledge, he kind of had like a bit of a Wentworth arc to me. It just happened on one season where he gets voted out and then he comes back and now he's like, okay, I'm doing whatever the hell I want, and that's just what's going to happen. And I mean, he got 4th. So, I mean, you never know. And I like Rick. So I would like to see Rick make it pretty far in this game over plenty of other people. I can tell you that.
Yeah. Yeah, Rick is also one of those.
We also found out that he was a last minute replacement for someone else. Recently came out in an EW article, I think. And if I know anything about Rick Devens from his time on Edge, that lit a fire under his butt, knowing he almost didn't make this cast. So I think he's going to be playing his butt off.
Yeah, Rick is one of those people that I think is very like hit or miss. Like, we saw it in his original season. Like, he did get voted out, like, what, 4th originally? And then that, like, as you said, lit a fire under his ass, and then he decided, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to make it to the end and to win that million, and he almost made it there. So he is a really good game player, and I think there is a world in which he can like really navigate a little bit like this tribe and this game, but at the same time, I think that he might be one of these people that burned too bright too early. Unfortunately, there is that world, but I do think, like, yeah, it's a tough one. Rick is a tough one. I don't know. I am hoping for a good season for Rick. I do like Rick. I think he's a fun character. But do I think he's going to win? I do not think so, unfortunately.
I think the difficulty with Rick is I really like him. I think he's a very dynamic Survivor player. I think too many people were talking in the preseason about him being a big threat. Like, a lot of people were like, oh boy, Devens is here. And I think he is a scrappy player. We know that about him. If anyone can get out of a sticky situation, I hedge my bets on Devins, but I didn't feel safe enough drafting him personally. Then again, I just drafted Rizzo and Coach, so who knows personally. But nevertheless, I'm excited to see Devins play again. I think it's going to be really interesting to see him interact with especially a lot of these new era players. I think he's going to be someone from the earlier seasons that I think is going to be really intrigued by some of these new era players and is going to be really willing to play with them.
Well, it's important to know he's on a tribe with the new era player I want to see him interact with the most, which is financial analyst Emily Flippin. So if that tells you anything, I can't wait to see that interaction, however that plays out.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, Eduardo, we have moved on to you. Your final 2 picks.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not thrilled with my picks that I have right now, as to what's left. I do not see a winner in the people that are left. I don't see a lot of possibility for merge in a lot of the people that are left. So at this point, I'm just picking the people that I like. And if they go home first, they will go home first. I don't care. I also want to have at least one person from each tribe. So I don't have anyone from the Sela tribe. And out of Joe and Savannah, the one that I like more is Savannah. So I will be picking Savannah for my pick. We saw her. She is a beast when it comes to challenges. She is such a fun character. I loved her on her season. I think she has a great chance of making it far? No, especially since she's telling everyone that she is a winner. But I think there is a world in which, since she is an unknown, that people do underestimate her a little bit and will decide that it is better to get to know Savannah and keep her around since they don't know what she's capable of than getting rid of her since they don't really know. I don't know. It's a hard choice, but at this point, I am just picking the people that I like.
I think the number one thing that could work in Savannah's favor is if that orange tribe can avoid tribal council for the first couple of tribals.
I agree.
And that tribe is stacked, by the way. We've talked about it a few times. That tribe has Joe is on that tribe, Emily's on that tribe, Ozzy's on that tribe.
Sari is on that tribe.
We're about challenges, Diva. We're talking about challenges.
Sari is on that tribe. I'll say it again.
I'm about to say, did you see how well she did in Australia versus the world? How well she did in challenges? She was not the first ones out in half of those challenges that happened. So
true, but also Aussie tends to do a lot more equitable challenges than Survivor US does. So I don't know. And
I still stand behind the fact that Mango won that lip sync.
Well, not even to mention Savannah is on that tribe. Savannah is on that tribe, and Savannah tied the female comp win record. So I mean, that has been standing for a long time.
That record's been.
With this cast, Savannah could storm that castle and just win.
Hello?
Are we all right?
I don't know what just happened here.
Savannah.
Technical issues happen, people, so it is what it is. Anyway, Savannah.
Love
Savannah.
I think she's going to have to be that person to win challenges to stay. Unfortunately, she is going to have to win. If she makes it out of the team challenges, which I don't know, she has to win. She has to win or she's going to go. One thing, because Savannah's intense, yo. We saw how intense Savannah is, and I don't know if that intensity is going to work with this group of people. So
No.
she's gonna have to win.
Yeah. I think, like, I honestly do think there's a universe where she can make it decently far. Like, that is an interesting tribe. Like, I think, you know, get her in with the right people, get her in with Sari, see what happens.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Well, it could happen.
it could happen.
It could happen.
But
I don't know.
Well, Eduardo, your last pick.
As I said, at this point, I'm picking the people that I like.
Okay.
But at the same time, I also want to be just slightly strategic because I'm between two people that I really like out of the people that are left. And I think one of them is screwed to hell, and the other one has at least some possibilities at the very least. Like, if I just squint a little bit, there's a world in which they make it, maybe. Like, if I'm standing very far away. And I have Angelina. I have to pick her icon, her like brother in arms. I have to pick Mike White. Should have won David versus Goliath, honestly. Truly is like, I don't think people remember a lot of like how well he played the game. I think people, when they think of David versus Goliath, they think about Christian, they think about Angelina, but they kind of forget about Mike White a little bit, at least in my experience when it comes to talking to people about it. And people forget about how good of a game player he is. And I see a world in which like he could make it through. My biggest thing is that like people know who Mike White is, and they're gonna want to target him just because he doesn't really need the money here. So that's definitely gonna be something against him. But at the same time, people might want to keep him around so that he casts them on White Lotus. So who knows? Who knows?
I think that's what that was going to be my whole point. This is going to turn out to be a audition for Mike White tribe. Like, that's what we're doing. We're going to befriend Mike White because we want to get on White Lotus. We want to get on any other show that he might produce later on. Everybody's going to want to, look, will that keep him in the game? I don't know. But people are going to want to be in Mike White's presence so Mike White could put them on TV, because who doesn't want to be on TV and make more money? But also, if you do that, you risk being sit in the tribe with Mike White and how good he is at this game. And that could be their downfall, because if people are looking at this and not looking at this as a game, does Mike White need the money? No. And that is what makes him even more dangerous than anybody else, because he is here for experience alone. He doesn't care about no money. He got that. He's not trying to be free. You know, he has nothing to lose playing this game. He has nothing to lose by if he wins, and he has nothing to lose if he loses. So he just playing. And when you just let somebody who is a good player like Mike was on his season just idly sit back and play, that's a dangerous combination. So they either go get him out early because they know Mike White is just here to play and with no repercussions of anything. He don't need none of their friendship. He got enough friends, or he got enough money. All he got to, this is it for sheer and survivor player who he wants. And because he came so close to winning, he might be here to redeem and be like, I have some unfinished business. So, and that's a dangerous player. So they might not want to make this the audition for Mike White show and actually play the game with him, or he can roll over them if they let him.
I'm really quite surprised Mike is going this late in the draft, because I think this is another player, like, everyone wants to be friends with him. And yes, I honestly do think there is a little bit of the White Lotus factor going into that. I think that is kind of an undeniable fact. But beyond that, Mike is a great Survivor player, and a lot of these players know that going into the season. And a lot of people know that beyond everything, Mike is a very loyal player. We saw that throughout David versus Goliath. Like, if there's nothing else, he's loyal to the people that he says that he's loyal to. But people also know that he is the kind of player that will backstab when he needs to. If he's not 100% loyal to you, he will do whatever he needs to get through the game. So there, it's a fine line with Mike here. I feel like we're gonna see the same kind of gameplay from Mike. I don't see Mike playing a different game, to be honest with you. I think some people have, and a lot of people have talked about, playing a different kind of game or playing like a modified version of the game that they've played in previous games. I really don't see Mike, he's talked about playing a bit differently. I don't. I think we're going to see the exact same game from Mike, to be honest with you. I think that's ultimately going to be his pitfall, but I do think we're going to see Mike throughout the majority of this season. And hey, you know what? If they let him get too far in the game, we could see him at a final tribal again because people have underestimated him again. And I was kind of hoping y'all would just let Mike White slide right back around to me and it would be a good thing. And I knew it would happen, but
no chance.
No. You know exactly who you're getting left behind with.
Yeah, and I'm fine with it. It's whatever.
I don't know who he getting left behind with.
I do.
What are you talking to us?
Because we can't hear you if you are. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure who you're getting left behind.
I have a pretty good feeling.
Nope, Brooke, we still can't hear you, Brooke. So there's that. We're just gonna. And it's Brooke's turn to give their picks. So
any guesses on who?
Let's talk about Mike a little bit more then.
I was gonna say, favorite White Lotus season, everyone?
Never watched the show in my life.
Season 2.
Yes.
Never watched the show in my life.
Period.
Have you seen White Lotus, Brook?
No.
Okay.
Anyway.
But Brook.
All
I didn't have Max until like a week ago. Okay, so I'm kind of on board with Eduardo here. I don't really see a winner left in this pool. So now it kind of comes down to, okay, retreat back to old draft strategy. Who has the best chance of making the merge? That isn't a terrible human being. So taking that into factor, that left me with 3 options. And out of those 3 options, I feel the most confident in Joe. So I'll take Joe. But I'm not happy about it. Basically, it came down to this. If I'm choosing between a former winner, Kyle, Mr. Crazy Person, according to half of this casting queue, or Joe, who is at least stable and loyal and good at challenges, even if he has no strategic mind whatsoever, I'll take Joe.
Yeah.
Because I ain't taking the other 2. I'll tell you that right now. The other 2 will not come anywhere near my team if I don't have to. But yeah, Joe's a loyal player. This is a cast where loyalty will probably do pretty well, at least in the early game. He's good at challenges. He only really has one person coming after him in the preseason. And given the fact that they're not on the same starting tribe, I think he's going to be in a pretty good spot. So, Joe, sure, why not?
Yay, Joe!
Yay,
Joe! He's really pretty.
Yeah.
I am excited to see Joe without a shirt on for more days.
You're just excited to see Joe. Let's call facts.
And I am quite excited to see Joe without Eva.
Woo! That's what's gonna be the best about Joe coming back, honestly.
Yes. Because I feel like we will get to see Joe actually play a game instead of feeling like he was tied to one person. And that's what it felt like the whole time.
Go ahead, sorry.
I just felt like his whole game was just about him and Eva. and he he's such a nice dude. He's such a kind-hearted guy. That was just how, and he knows it. Like he knows that he sacrificed a lot of his game for that relationship. On the good side about it, that relationship, that person was, I'm gonna say it, producer's pet, that they wanted to move along anyway, and so he just got to go along for the ride anyway. But I want to see Joe play as Joe, just Joe by himself. Who he aligns with. Is it the same thing? Because I don't know if he had to have a strategic brain in his season, because everybody was just willing to just go along with whatever they say. Everybody in that season was willing to just go and do what they wanted to do. He didn't have to strategize a whole lot. But I know in this season, this isn't the same cast of people, and this group of people are not going to just go along to get along. So I think he's going to have to show that. And I want to know if he has it, because I'm not saying he doesn't. We just don't know, because he didn't need to show that in his previous season. So I'm excited to see Joe play as just Joe without Eva, and see what that does, because I don't know if he doesn't have a strategic brain in his body. I don't know that.
It's interesting. I not too long finished the episode where Eva got very overstimulated and that moment happened. But I can understand where everyone's coming from of wanting to see Joe away from Eva, and I can understand because especially the moment, and the one thing that irritated me about that, because that was a very beautiful moment. Don't get me wrong. However, it did feel, I say Jeff, but maybe more production. I mean, Jeff is production. Tried to get that moment out of them. So yeah, it didn't like how produced that was, but it still felt beautiful. I'm excited to see Joe away from Eva. I think initially he thought that relationship was what he needed in the game at the start, and then it became a bit of a what's the word? A liability, not about. Is that the right word? Liability?
A liability or a hindrance.
Yeah. So no, excited to see how Joe adapts his game away from that relationship. Yeah.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Lana, we've got 4 picks on the board.
Mm-hmm.
Who would you like?
Okay, so I'm going to pick this person, and I think it might surprise a few of you, because honestly, I know everybody has these feelings for this person. I don't have those feelings for this person. I have a whole different outlook for this person. And
Yep.
do I think they're going to go very far in this game? Probably not. I don't think they're going to go as far, but I think they have the potential to go, at least to merge. I honestly think they have that potential to do that, because I know everybody's going to be looking at powerhouses, and they can all look at the people who are, physical threats or whatever. Maybe. But if you keep winning, you don't ever get voted out if you keep winning.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Jonathan is somebody who can keep winning and won't have to go. Now, I know everybody's like, I don't like Jonathan. He's problematic. I've met this man in person, and I don't see what everybody else sees. I don't see what everybody else sees. And I had a good conversation with him, and I talked to him, and I enjoyed his, and he's from Alabama. I'm going to pick the homeboy, and I'm going to do that. And regardless of what people think about whatever he, outside of the game, that ain't my concern. I'm talking about inside of this game. And inside of this game, he's a beast. Inside of this game, he can keep his tribe from losing a single challenge where he won't ever have to go to tribal. We've seen it happen. So I'm going to pick Jonathan, I think they gonna come after physical threats. Yes, I do think so. But I think he's one of those people who can prevent his team from ever going to a challenge.
I actually, yeah, that I'm not surprised in the slightest. I think it's a great choice for you, Lana. At this point, especially, he's a beast. You said it. He's an absolute beast in challenges. That tribe's going to keep him around for as long as they possibly can. And if they lose tribal at the right time before merge, they're going to try to take him out if they have the opportunity to.
Absolutely, they will.
And if he can play his game right, and if he's learned from the mistakes that he made on 42, I actually see a universe where Jonathan could make it far. I've you know, I don't think it's, you know, I know why he's here. He's not my absolute favorite, you know, cup of tea kind of player.
No.
I don't necessarily always love a big powerhouse kind of player, but I'm certainly intrigued to see what is different about Jonathan's game, what he's gonna do differently. And I'm intrigued. I think it's a good pick right now for you. And sure. Alabama makes sense. Totally.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And when I still stand by, I know who I'm getting stuck with, and I knew it wasn't going to be Jonathan because I had a good feeling Lana was going to pick Jonathan. Yeah. I know who I'm getting stuck with.
Yeah.
No, I think I know who you're stuck with now.
And
I embrace it. I'm here for it. I'm taking it, and I know it, and I'm okay with it.
I didn't think you were going to get stuck with Jonathan either.
No.
Personally, I'm just going to say this. Haven't met the man. I have seen him on an edited TV show 2 times. So I can't comment on him beyond that. What I can say is this. Never been my cup of tea. Like I said, I do draft based on who I think is going to make the merge. I think he has a really high chance of making the merge. I think he, to borrow a paraphrase a quote from Spencer Bledsoe, Jonathan Young, 0% chance of winning the game. I just don't think he has win equity on this cast.
Oh no, I don't think he knows how to close it. I don't think he will know how to close this game out. I don't.
Because I would like to remind everyone that like in-game area of Jonathan Young was not great. So we'll see how it turns out for him though.
Yeah. I don't think he's gonna win. I don't feel he's a winner to say, but I do think he can get to the merge.
Yeah.
And if he gets to the merge, it's going to be one challenge that he's not going to be able to win. And then they're going to take him out.
They're gonna strike.
Exactly.
It's either they take him out if their team ever loses a challenge right before the merge, he gets the axe, or if he makes it to merge, that one challenge he cannot win, he will get the axe. And it's gonna be that one of those hold the pole, and that big old man ain't gonna be able to hold nothing. He gonna fall. No, he's going to fall.
Yeah.
So
shout out to Keith. We love you, Keith.
But yes, all right. Well then, Lewis, I guess we move on. And Eduardo, did you have something to say about John? I'm sorry,
No, everything that I wanted to cover. So it's fine. I could just copy and paste the things that Brook has already said. Not my cup of tea, but makes sense. He's a beast. He's really strong, but he doesn't know how to close it out, and so he's probably the moment that he's not immune, he's getting cut.
I think I'm with you, Lana, though. I'm fonder of him than most other people.
Yeah.
I like his pants for this season. I'll say that.
There's like just one moment of Jonathan that makes it hard for me to like him a lot, which is the Final 10 Tribal Council. We know what I speak of.
Yes.
But, so, like, I don't dislike him. I just don't want him on my team.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, and I know. I know.
Yeah.
You know how I will feel about that, and I do feel that way about that moment. But I also chalk that moment up to, like I do with a lot of people of his persuasion and male and straight at the time. They don't look past themselves. They just look at what is happening right now. And they don't want to be called. They'd rather not be called racist than to think about why am I being called racist. And so, and they get defensive in that moment. Like, I'm not racist. But that's not what nobody said that. I'm saying what you're saying is, or how you're presenting it is, I'm not calling you. And a lot of people don't see that. They just take it, you called me racist. And so I really feel like that is just an ignorant thing. And that is something that he learned in that moment, what they were saying. Now, did he actually learn it? That is
Jury's
yet to
still
be
out.
seen. The jury's still out on that. We don't know. But I can't take, and as much as I'm trying to grow, y'all, I'm trying to grow, not to take one thing from one person in the moment of pressure and make that their whole existence.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to just, and I'm learning that still. So, but yeah, growth. But yeah, he seemed like a very nice person. And like I said, when I talked to him, and who knows, it could have been just lip service because he's trying to be nice to fans. That could be a thing.
Right.
But I enjoyed our conversations. And it was more than one. So
He's also the only former endurance contestant on the season. I wonder if that will help him out. Third time he's competed in Fiji. He does have that advantage over everyone else.
Everyone else.
So, I mean,
come on, endurance.
But... Come on, endurance.
Absolutely.
Lewis.
Fourth placer, Jonathan Young.
Hello.
Lewis.
Hello, Lewis. What you got?
You got Kyle, Q, and Stephanie. Who you got?
It's interesting. Who I would pick in this situation and who Anissa would pick in this situation is very different. However, I did say that me and Anissa would have 50% equity in this team.
Okay.
So therefore, I'm going to go with Anissa. And how did I manage getting double K? Camilla and Kyle.
And Kyle.
There you go.
Because everybody is sticking away with Kyle like a 10-foot pole. Like, we don't want him. We don't want him. We don't want him. We don't want him.
Lewis, who would you have taken if it was up to you?
I probably would have gone Q.
Wow.
Genuinely. I would have gone Q personally.
I love that. Look, Lewis likes the chaos, and we love it for you.
Yeah.
But Kyle,
there's one person I was not picking. That's
yeah, we all know.
Yeah.
She's coming.
We all know.
Yeah.
You really wanted me to take that off?
I was hopeful, but it's fine.
It's not possible. It's your destiny. It's written in the stars.
It's written in the stars.
I know, but Kyle! I love Kyle.
I do love
Kyle.
I am so excited.
Like Kyle.
My concern is
he's Kyle.
He's Kyle.
And everyone literally just saw him win. So yeah.
He was the last person everybody saw win. It's so in their brains and so like
Yeah.
Single reason I didn't draft him, honestly.
Yep. Honestly, that is the single reason I wouldn't either.
Had Eva won that final tribal and Kyle got second, he would have been on my draft team. One of my top
in a heartbeat.
I'll be 100%
in a heartbeat.
Immediately.
And I can say this, it's not even been a year yet since the season. He is one of the most underrated winners in the past, like, at least in the new era. I think a lot of that comes up to the fact that 48 is just a really boring season, and a lot of the gameplay is not very fun. But Kyle was one of the best parts of that season, and I did think about it, especially in this last round, where I was like, well, if his tribe keeps winning and he can build those relationships, maybe he'll do it. I just don't know if he's going to have that chance because he's not in a really great spot on that tribe even. So I worry for him.
You know, he's on that, wild card pink Vatu tribe. So, I have a bit more faith in Kyle. It's kind of what I was talking about with the 48 trio. I feel like, honestly, Joe, Camilla, and Kyle are all kind of at the same level where I have a bit more faith in Kyle. And I just think it's because there are so many different threats on that tribe. Like, I look at Angelina as an immediate target. I look at Stephanie as an immediate target. Colby is an immediate target. Obviously, Kyle is an immediate target. I think Rizzo's got a little bit of target potential immediately. Genevieve for sure. Q for sure.
Logan just named everyone but one person on that tribe. Like that's the thing about the tribe. We don't know.
I mean, and I mean Aubrey as well. Like Aubrey comes with. I think she is fine, but still, like there is inherent threat with Aubrey too. But like there is a bit of threat potential with everyone, and that is to speak to. Kyle is not. I almost took Kyle when I picked coach. There is I don't think Kyle is in an abhorrent position.
No,
going into the season, abhorrent. Like I don't think he's in a horrible position going into the season, but there is that recency bias. I do think a lot of people are going to be looking at him. But as we saw in his winning game in 48, if anyone can get out of a sticky position, I hedge my bets with Kyle. So, and he does. Yeah, and he is one of those people that has that ability, as he said when we started 48, and as he demonstrated, he is one of those people that can connect to almost anybody.
Yeah.
So I think it's a great pick, Lewis, and I was desperately hoping he would come back to me, but no.
No, we know who you're getting.
Well, yeah,
She's
we
coming.
know.
She's coming.
She's coming.
You know what? It feels fitting. It feels correct. I'm not mad. Given my Survivor experience, yes, it does. Okay. So, any other thoughts on Kyle before we reveal Jack's last pick?
No. He's beautiful.
He is beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, he is. But all right, everyone.
His smile is gorgeous.
I know.
Oh, he's so pretty.
I know.
Yeah.
And
he's so taken of.
I know.
Yeah, you said that you were excited to see Joe. I'm excited to see Kyle. I am looking at Kyle way more than I'm looking at Joe.
And you know who else I'm excited to see without a shirt on again? Q. Jack's last draft pick. It's Q.
Yay.
Actually, remarkably high on Jack's draft board, I have to say. 8th on Jack's draft board.
Okay.
I'm kind of surprised. And I quote from Jack, "Look, I get it, but he could actually thrive in this chaos-ridden game. I can see it. I don't, but good for you, Jack. I just." There's a reason he's getting drafted 23rd out of 24 in this draft. Everyone is a little perturbed by Q going into this game, but he's real pretty.
Am I wild for saying that I think out of everyone who's not a winner, he has the biggest target on his back coming into this game? Because that's how it feels for me. I watch those preseason interviews. Like, go look at his friend foe chart. It is not good.
It's bad.
And from what he's been doing in preseason, he's just going to be Q again. That's fine. If you want to be a pre-merge player in this game, do it. I think it worked the first time because that cast didn't know what was coming with you, and they didn't know what to expect from you. All of these people know your game. Or at least most of them do. They know what you're going to do. They know how you're going to play. And I do not think that you can play and I'm even going to say this, right? Somebody who had a little bit of this experience was Tony. Now, granted, Tony was a winner, right? But Tony had a really chaotic controlling game, comes back for game changers, and he's the second boo. And quite frankly, he would have been the first boo if Sierra wasn't doing too much. So,
and Sierra did way too fucking much.
So I just don't see it for Q on the season. He was actually, other than her, he was my last pick that I was going to take. I
was not touching that one with a 10-foot pole. Like that was he's so chaotic, and watching his preseason stuff, and he's still going on about Q skirts and I'm like, bruh, like it's time to move on. Like it's like you didn't watch back your season and learn
No,
anything.
he did. That's the problem, Lana.
And
He
I
he watched back his season
and
and
thought he did good.
thought he did so good that what he thought he learned was to do the same thing over again.
And you this is
It's
why
really
it is because they brought him back. He watched his season and was like, "Yep, I did good because they asked me to come back on fit." That's not good. But you know what? You know what I'm interested in because this, like we said, this group of people who he playing with is not the same type of people he played with on his season, and I'm wondering, I'm wondering if there's going to be somebody in this cast that's going to be able to say, "Look, Hugh, calm it down," and he actually listens. Or it is either he go calm down because somebody tell him to, and they pull him under, and they can rein in the craziness of Chaos Q, or he just gone. They booted him out as soon as possible. I'm saying first, second boot in his tribe. He's out of there. If they
No.
lose, he's out of there.
And you know who I think could do it? Aubrey Bracco.
And that was my thought at first too. But then I remember something very important. Do you remember the very first move he made on his season? Voting
Yes.
out someone who reminded him of Aubrey Bracco.
Yep.
Like, I just
Oh my
don't.
god.
Yeah.
And he's not going to make it.
No.
This
not
man is
gonna be
not
Aubrey.
making it.
Yeah, I just don't.
This
see it.
man is not making it. I
It's
just don't see it.
curtains.
I respect your choice.
It's
over
not his
Stephanie.
curtains. Game's gone.
Yeah.
Hey, at least Jack's taking the first boot off of that tribe and leaving me with the second boot off of that tribe.
Maybe.
Maybe. We'll see. I actually, all things considered, I'll take a slightly insulated player given all of her connections in this game. All things considered, as a player and as a character on this season, I'm
Mhm.
actually not that disappointed in getting Stephanie. I knew this was coming. I am quite okay with getting Stephanie LaGrossa. Guatemala is a fundamental season of Survivor for me. It's one of the first seasons I remember vividly watching, and Stephanie was one of the players that I remember vividly watching and enjoying. Now, I know the kind of person she is now, whatever. So, I get it. But Stephanie is, in the way that Colby is a fundamental player in Brook's Survivor journey, Stephanie is a fundamental player in my Survivor experience. So, it does feel fitting for me to have Stephanie on my team. And all things considered, I actually don't think she's in a horrible position going into this season. From her preseason press, it does sound like that she has learned a lot from her, from the time that she's been away from Survivor, from her time on Snake in the Grass, from her time on Traitors, where she did very well. Objectively speaking, she did very well on the Traitors. She learned a lot from that experience. I'm really not mad. I actually, in a way, thanks y'all for giving me Stephanie, because I actually think there's, I'm not thrilled as the person she is, whatever, but as a player, I genuinely think I could get my entire team to merge, and I'm not mad at that. So, if I have Jenna, Rizzo, Coach, and Stephanie, I feel pretty
That's a
good.
fun span of players in terms of eras.
I
and-
agree. So I'm actually, I'm pretty happy with that, all things considered. So thanks, y'all.
You're welcome.
I just didn't. I don't like her.
I know.
Here's my thing. Look at it, right?
Yeah.
And I will say this in terms of winner potential. I think she could win this season. I think she is coming into the season in a really good spot. I think she is not going to be number one on anybody's threat list. I don't think anybody is going to immediately want Stephanie out.
There's a couple people that do.
Okay, but you know what I mean. In terms of people that can get it done, I don't really see that very much. At least early game. And I think if she can get herself insulated, she's going to be in a good spot. However, I don't care. I just didn't want her on my team. If she wins and you win the draft because of Stephanie, okay, I could have drafted her 4 times and I didn't. I don't feel bad about it.
It's not going to be the best win in the world if I do. But,
Yeah.
you know,
I don't think you're going to be happy about you winning that way. Like,
I'll be happy, but not because of that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be a win, but I'll be like, I won. Oh, who with? You know, my
Someone.
team.
Not
like-
you know.
Team Logan.
Team
Yeah, Team
Logan.
It was Team Logan.
Yeah.
Not her. Yeah.
What is
No.
that?
The collective effort.
The collective effort that is Team Logan, except this one person.
I do want to bring up, though, we haven't seen her play since Heroes vs. Villains.
Yeah.
Did not have the best showing on Heroes vs.
No.
Villains.
No.
I do want to ask, with how different her game was on Guatemala compared to her other 2 seasons. Do we think we're going to be getting Palau HVV Stephanie or Guatemala Stephanie? Because those are 2 very different sort of players.
I would go with, honestly, a third option. I think we're going to get a completely different Stephanie LaGrossa, to be honest with you. I think, honestly, we're going to get this kind of hybridized version. A lot of her preseason stuff was kind of talking about her, I think if we're going to go one or the other, I think we're going to get this Guatemala kind of like a little bit more cutthroat version. But I think she took a lot of what she learned from Traders. And I think we're going to get maybe this loyal version of Stephanie. I think she's really looking for people she can trust on this season, but she is very willing to do whatever she needs to win this game. I think she took a lot from that like late game loss on Traders. Like she did do very well that season. I was quite impressed with how she played there. But obviously Sari just, Sari'd. So
Right.
What can you do there? But I think we're going to see this kind of, evolved Stephanie, almost 3.0 kind of game player. I think she's going to come in with a bit more like loyal, strategic kind of game. And I'm actually really intrigued to see what she does here. I think, like we were talking about with Colby, I think she's in a great kind of starting position. And there's a couple people early on her starting tribe that are not the fondest of her, but it's mostly because of her connections, with previous people. And I don't think that her starting with Colby is gonna, be the best for her. But I think people are going to want to target Colby more immediately than they're going to want to target Stephanie. So I think that is going to... She comes kind of with an immediate shield.
I don't know if I
I
agree with
don't
that.
know.
I don't know if I agree with that. I think they might want to target her before they target him.
I agree.
I could see that too.
I hope so. I certainly hope so. Because I
But-
kind of like him still.
But either way, I think this
Regardless.
was a good draft, have by all. I think everybody's team is a good, well-rounded team.
I
And
agree.
interesting picks on everybody's team. So should we recap?
Bring me
What?
back.
Recap. what
Yes,
teams
I
we have.
shall. So, we have my team, Jenna, Rizzo, Coach, and Stephanie. Team Jack, maybe the most cracked random team of all time. Hubicki, D, Genevieve, and Q. Team Lewis, financial analyst Emily Flippin, Chrissy Hoffback, Camilla, and Kyle.
Minor correction,
Team-
that is Team Lewis and Denisa. Minor correction.
Lunisa. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Lunisa.
Lunisa. I'm so sorry. Yes. Team Lana, Tiffany, Ozzy, Colby, and Jonathan.
Tiffany and the boys. Period.
Period. Team Brook, Sari, Aubrey, Devins, and Joe.
I kind of
Wow.
love my team.
That's-
Wow.
I kind of
That's
love your
crazy.
team too.
Yeah, I
And-
kind of love it.
And Team Eduardo, Charlie, Angelina, Savannah, and Mike.
My flight.
Like, interesting. Wow. Okay.
This is really fun.
Yep.
All right. Well, that is that on that, y'all. We will be back right after the premiere, the 3-hour premiere.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm so
I
excited.
booked the night off work, the day off work the next day.
Yay.
So
Good.
one of my college friends, we are talking about 50, and I have convinced them to come watch 50 with me. So I'm very excited. I can't wait.
Good.
Um,
This is the first time that I'm gonna be flying out to America and Canada to actually attend watch parties. So
Yay. Good.
very excited.
Well, we will be back right after the live 3-hour premiere of Survivor 50 to talk about the premiere of Survivor 50. So stay tuned for that. There will be a lot of content on this channel regarding Survivor 50. So stay tuned for all of that. Plenty of us and other people talking about the season. So make sure you are subscribed. You hit the notification bell so you know when we put out all of our Survivor 50 content. Let us know, who are you rooting for? What team are you rooting for? And why is it probably Lana? Because it's usually Team Lana. Because Lana is, pretty great. Give us all your thoughts on Survivor 50 down in the comments below. Make sure to check out all of our reality TV content here on this channel and everything we do across the Cup Network. All of our links are down in the description below. And make sure to go get your Cup merch on the way out at lanagcreations.etsy.com. With all that being said, we are going to go ahead and get out of here. So cheers, everyone. Bye-bye.
Cheers.
Hashtag Billie Eilish Boomerang Idol.
No!